Jai Guruji. So ever since we are seeing and observing, and Guruji is allowing us to take in, we have been seeing how Guruji allows so many people to come close and closer and closer to him, and some of them he welcomes straight away, and some of them he rejects straight away, which normally, of course, you and me would not be able to understand. But a time spent with Guruji probably does give us a little insight into that also. Sitting in Jalandhar, there was some family who had come to Guruji, and Guruji said, didn't allow them to sit rather, and Guruji said, let us try auntie फिर आना, चलो डेट आगे चली गई, चलो महीने बाद आना फिर. Then Guruji would tell us, let us try करना आ जांदे गुरुआं कोल. And we don't know, but yes, we do come to know that Guruji doesn't admit all, and those who are with him, he pulls up some people like anything, and some people, as we have seen and been told by Guruji. Combining the two, I say what Guruji said to us once. इन्ने साल हो गए गुरुजी को अंधे हुए, ऐ ना समझी. So there were these, and for that we know why he said it, because we know those stories too. But I'll just tell you, even coming to Guruji itself is a very, very big moment of anybody's life if they only realize the bigness of that time. Coming to the time when Guruji was in Empire State, and he was hardly meeting any Sangat. In fact, even the old Sangat meaning those who have already met him in Jalandhar, those who have met him in Chandigarh, and from earlier times, and Guruji was not even allowing everybody to come to him. And you just thought yourself lucky, at least now we are coming to Guruji. Now we were happy that Guruji has come to Delhi, to Empire State, and as it was being circulated that Guruji has come for rest. And that is why too much Sangat should not be coming closer to him, because he is resting, as was being circulated this message. Now we wanted to bring over some people, some dear friends, some relatives to Guruji. We had been thinking since long, and we thought it a good opportunity now that Guruji was there in Empire State. And we were also, posted in Delhi. And so, one of the days, we just dared to talk to Guruji, because those days you had to take permission from Guruji. Guruji, मैं so and so nu लेके आना है, Guruji मैं ले आऊं, and Guruji would either allow it or not allow it. So once we were just discussing, my husband and me, that I think we should take some dear friend of ours, we should take him also to Guruji, we should also take him. So we were just discussing, we said yes, we agreed we should, but we'll have to ask Guruji, no? So we kept that at the back of our mind. Now, one such day we had gone to Guruji, and we just thought to ourselves कि आज कोशिश करते हैं, if we get the chance, we'll say Guruji, so and so हम ले आए. अच्छा, while we were driving towards Empire State, and my husband told me another person whom he had on the list, and he said, look, you know what happened? Today I had gone to so-and-so branch, and there I met so-and-so, and his wife is just not well at all. Oh, I said, okay. His wife is quite badly off, so I was just inquiring about him, and they were really feeling like, it's a very hopeless case, and it's becoming really imperative that some sort of cure she requires, which they are not able to find. And I just couldn't resist, but I just, could only just tell him, sir, why don't you come to Guruji, And I told him just a little bit about Guruji, and I said, why don't you come to Guruji, I'm sure she'll get all right. So it's just that, and he said, yes, I think I must come and all that. So he was just telling me that. Even him I have to bring to Guruji, he said. I said, So I don't think we'll be able to tell Guruji 2 names today. I think Guruji will get angry. We should only be focusing on one only. Anyways, we reached the mandir. And at the time that we were to go back to our home, and then Guruji called us, and we both looked at each other. So I was just, hinting, and ishara dekhe, I was just hinting. I said, bol dena aaj, that you have to get your friend. So while we were just looking at each other, and he was saying, what about that friend of mine? I said, I think some other time, maybe the friend. So anyways, by the time we just came to Guruji, and my husband, he was matha tek rahe the Guruji ko, and at that very time when he was kneeling and still on his knees, when he told Guruji, मेरा ना एक बहुत अच्छा friend है, तो उसको मैंने आपके पास लाना था, मैं ले आऊँ, कल ले आऊँ. So Guruji said, कौन? And uncle repeated, Guruji, वो ना मेरा ये वो हम साथ में थे, ये वो whatever. Guruji said, तो अपना अगले सोमवार ले आई, अगले सैटरडे ले आई. ओके. सो ओके करके उठे, मैं अभी मत्था टेकने के लिए आगे जा रही हूँ. And while I'm there, still in that process, in that act, and Guruji put his hand out, by the time my husband had already turned and reached the pillar, and Guruji put his hand out forward and waved to him and said, Malhotra, itya. And Hanji Guruji, uncle came. आज तू किथे गया सीगा? जी आज तो मैं इधर ऑफिस सवेरे गया सीगा. ते केड़े ऑफिस गया सीगा? गुरुजी ए ऑफिस. अच्छा ते उत्थे कौन मिलिया? गुरुजी ओ उधर ए तो कर्नल ब्रिगेडियर. फिर गुरुजी ओ ना उधर कर्नल सो एंड सो भी मिला मैनू. अच्छा फिर गुरुजी ओदी ना वाइफ बहुत बीमार है, तो गुरुजी मैं ना उसको बोला, मैंने कहा अपनी ना वाइफ को गुरुजी के पास ले आना. अच्छा फिर लिया, कर लिया? Hanji Guruji. And that was that. And my husband was happy. And he was moving forward. I touched Guruji's feet and I also got up and we went out. And we both were so happy. Oh, Guruji is now told you to get both of them. Yeah. And the person whom we were thinking we want to get first, and Guruji said next month. And the person who just met today, and Guruji said, Liai, that week only. And imagine that, firstly, it's the big thing. Guruji is himself digging out. He is himself knowing today where you went, whom you talked, and yes, I want that guy to come to me. This officer, I want him to come. He is himself poking him, pressing him to come out with that name which he has got in his mind. And yes, I want that person to come and come first. So, dear Sangat, this is our joy of being with Guruji. And so we did. And so we did get that person, came to Guruji. And you believe me, she wasn't well. And it was just one time that they came to Guruji. And after that, she was, of course, undergoing all the tests and stuff. And she got so well. She was back on her feet. And we've met them at parties. They were from artillery, same as my husband. And we met them at parties and we were overjoyed to see her and back to her normal stuff. So Guruji is deciding. He is deciding who will come to him, and he has himself decided whom he has to cure for whatever reasons are between, Guruji and that person. But yes, that is all, everything decided by the God who is Guruji. Jai Guruji. Hello. So now, this is one Sangat who has come to Guruji, and once that also with Guruji's wanting us to bring him, and they have managed, to sort of get their blessings. How and why they deserve is another topic altogether. Now we come to the other person whom we had wanted to get, and he was a dear friend of ours. And so one day we finally told him, today you have to come to Guruji, and he was more than happy. And he said, yes, of course I will. Because our old friends who always knew us so well, and suddenly we keep on talking about Guruji, oh yes, this, that, oh yes, we went there, oh we can't meet today, why? Because we are going to Guruji, oh now, Guruji has gone out of town, so we are going there with him. They used to wonder, about this Guruji to whom we have taken to, and let us also go and meet him. So one such friend of ours whom we took, and we went, and he was so happy, to see him, and he was very happy with the Gurwani and the Shabads, everything. And we asked him, Dekha, mil gaye Guruji ko? Oh, he says, oh, very nice, yeah. Langar Prashad he had, and he was more than overjoyed, so happy कि oh yeah, very nice, बहुत ही अच्छा, system बहुत अच्छा है, and really, oh yes, nice place you're coming to, everything very, very nice. So while we were sitting with Guruji, he also very lovingly and patiently he was sitting with us. And now comes our time when we were called by Guruji to go away. And he called us And we went and we beckoned to them. Now Guruji is calling us, you'll also come, get up. So we showed the way. Uncle and me bowed, touched his feet, took his agya, and turned back and told them to go forward. And they were going forward. And Guruji says, Chalo fir Sardaar ji de 12 baj gaye, chalo fir. So we had turned our back and we had come towards the pillar, and they also took agya and came and joined us while we just went out of the door. So when we went out of the door and we just looked at him, and he wasn't looking at us at all. And we, all of us, went down the steps of Empire State and went to our car which was parked. And he was not chirpy, he was not talking. And we were about to sit in the car. And my husband told him, so how was it? How did you like? He wouldn't look at him and he wouldn't answer. So again he says, हाँ की होया? What happened? So he just turned his head angrily and he said, so फिर कदों फिर ते आवांगे? ना, मैं नहीं आना. What? What happened? Didn't you like the place? He said, नहीं, मैं नहीं इधर कभी नहीं आना. Until a few 1 or 2 minutes back, he was enjoying, loving it, admiring everything, and now he says, no, मैं तो कभी नहीं आना. So he said, what happened? You know? Then he told us, he says, कि ये तो सबके सामने मेरी बेइज्जती करती. We said, कौन सी बेइज्जती? What बेइज्जती he did? So he said, नहीं, सुना नहीं, सबके सामने बोल दिया. सरदार जी दे 12 बज गए. He said, oh, come on. Well, that's a very common phrase which he uses for so many people. That's a very, very common phrase. So what's so bad about it and so wrong about it? No, I can't take it. Even my father could have never told me this. And least of all, I'm never going to take it from him. He was in such a bad mood. His face was red and angry and hurt and embarrassed. He says over there, oh God, we says, come on. We try to make him understand, come on, there's nothing about it. There's nothing wrong about all that. In fact, you should be happy that at least Guruji has said something to you today. So why do you feel so offensive on that? He had no answer more than what he said. No, I don't like anybody telling me off like this. And that's it. Anyway, so we were so unhappy that this is what he has taken it as. He said, कभी बुरा नहीं मनाते, कभी गुरुओं का कभी बुरा नहीं मनाते, जो भी बोलते हैं उस चीज़ में कोई तो भलाई ही होती है, अच्छा ही होता है, नहीं. But that was it. And my mind was tickling for days and days on end. I said, what's so bad about it? What's so bad? You know, I came to know after talking to many people, what's so bad about this? And when I talked to so many people, and in fact, I came to know that this is a great warning to somebody. Why? Because, especially by the Guru, because especially if you really know from where this term started, it started because of the girls who would be picked up and taken away by the Mughals or these, other characters in the night. And that's how that the Hindu community had stood up and said, now we got to fight them. And the only thing was that they used to come and attack them when they were sleeping. They used to pick up the girls and go away. And that term started getting used. It was कि सरदार जी दे 12 बज गए means कि भी now just be alert, because that's the time when you are attacked, and you better be fully watchful and don't be caught lying in the bed at this time. So that was the meaning, which somehow went on to saying it to others also, whether you know the meaning or not. And actually, Guruji's saying had such a deep meaning. It means, my dear friend, just watch out. There are things going to happen. So many things are going to come up in your life now. You got to be alert. You got to watch out. This was a solid warning to him. And I'm telling you, I have seen it all. I have seen it all. One after the other, so much happened in the house. Somebody had passed away, then somebody else passed away, then this happened, then that happened. I cannot name, all the things, but I do know that so many things had happened in that house. And I mean, it was a blessing to say, just take care. And also the blessing was, had he understood this power, who has warned him on that, in the true sense as it should be taken, and had he come to our Guruji to tell him more, to know more about him, he would have been blessed. Maybe so much that happened, which some things were just not warranted. And those things happened because basically they are very, very nice people. And so many things could have been averted, could have been avoided, had the person had the faith in Guruji and knew that here there is a Guru. We've read about the other Gurus in the books. We've also read about the 10, the Gurus, the Hindu Gurus. And finally the Sikhism started. We know all that. But had we understood that here is that Guru, who's really got all the world, before him, he can do what he likes, his story would have been a lot more different and a lot more better. But it was not to be.